So the basic concept of Carcassonne is relatively straightforward, right? And Miss Over Carcassonne is no different. You're going to be tile laying down to next to the central tile, trying to match up both the castles and the roads, and occasionally the miss if it behooves you. And then you're going to be trying to avoid putting all the ghosts down. So if you run out of ghosts, you lose. Or if you run out of tiles before acquiring a certain number of points, you also lose. Sounds easy, sounds simple, sounds straightforward. Let me run you through a couple examples of how you're going to be scoring, mitigating, and sort of doing everything along the way. And so, for example, we have this tile right here. I'm going to be laying this down, and you can see that the cities match up. There's a road and a city on it. There's also a ghost location. And we'll pre-populate also the beginning tile, which also uses 3 of your ghosts. Then I have the option after I play one of these tiles to take one of my meeples. And so if I want to take one of my meeples, I can either place it on any part of the new tile that's able to be scored. So in this case, the city part or the road part. And so for in this case, I'm going to say, you know what, I really want cities because cities will score me 2 points for every tile. Roads only score me 1 point for every tile when they're enclosed or bridged or not open anymore. And so then I have the ability to go and take the next turn. And let's say maybe then I grab this other city tile right here. I place it up here. Now, again, the issue is if I'm yellow, I did a great job there. I put down my 2 ghosts there. I'm extending the city for scoring, but that's not a separate city. It's already like with Carcassonne, the base game. It's already got a meeple on it. So I can't put another meeple on that area to score it. Only if it was not connected already and then I connected it later could I able to have more than 1 meeple on an area. So then you subsequently keep on going and you lay more cards down and you lay more tiles down in this way. And so for this one example, you know, I could lay it on this city right here. I lay 2 ghosts in the mist first, but let's say I want to then with pink, I want to lay this road right here that I'm going to lay down. And then red draws another road, and then red is essentially going to put one there, so I could score that city, and this is where the first scoring comes in. You can see that there is a city there that's enclosed, and so the options for the city in this case are twofold. One, I can score the city for 2 points of every tile, so that'd be 4 points because there's 2 tiles. Once I play it on my turn and then I take it off to score, or this is where the mitigation comes in. I could remove 3 ghosts from any one tile. So I could remove 2 from up here, 2 from here, 2 from here, any of my choosing. And so as you're going along, the dynamic of keeping the balance of not too many ghosts on the board and being able to get them off the board really becomes important. And so let's say in case I don't want the 4 points, I'm just going to take these 2 ghosts off that I did. Now the other aspect of things is as you're going along, you're going to have the ability to enclose the mist, which is also going to play a heavy role. We'll get one that actually fits here. You can see right here, there's another ghost that's going to be put on there, but now we've got an enclosed mist because mist is something that you do not have to have the tiles adjust on. You have to have the roads, you have to have the cities, you have to have the grasslands, you do not have to have the mist. And so if the mist's enclosed, then any ghosts that are in the mist encapsulated get removed as well. So that's the other way that you really get rid of ghosts back into your reserve to not lose the game. The other 2 elements that I have not mentioned that are included at levels 2 through 6 in terms of difficulty, you have actually here a cemetery tile. And then the other tile that we have not introduced yet is a castle tile. And we'll talk about both of these right now. And so as you're going along, you can see that the cemetery right here has a ghost tile on it, but we already took that off because we enclosed it, right? But if I laid, say, this next tile, which is the castle tile, I laid it down here, it also has a ghost on it. If the cemetery is not enclosed on all 4 sides, meaning up, down, left, and right, then anytime I lay a ghost elsewhere on the board, right here, for example, I have to lay a ghost here. And so then obviously still I can put my yellow meeple, we'll say on this road, and then I'm going to lay another, let's see, another road over here, which has another ghost on it here. But this has a ghost added here, so I have to add another ghost to the cemetery. So until I get all 4 sides of this cemetery taken care of, I'm going to continue to accumulate ghosts on that tile. And only when that's full do I get to take all the ghosts off. But the downside comes in now is I have to permanently take one of my meeples and bury him right there on his side. And so I can never use that meeple again in the rest of the game. So that mitigates how many workers or scoring abilities that you're going to have. The last part of things is the castle here. The castle scores slightly differently, but it's actually more advantageous for you in a high risk, high reward sort of way. And that's because you need to score with all 8 tiles around it. And I'm just putting down random tiles that don't match right now just for the illustration of this point. But if I can get all 8 tiles surrounding this one, and we'll shift it up here a little bit so you can see screen-wise where things are at, you can see right here that I've now got the castle tile in the center and it's all surrounded by these 8 tiles. And so what you do then is you score based on the amount of mist around on those 8 tiles. So there is mist there, 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 and there. So there's only 1 tile without mist. So that's 7 tiles. You get 2 points for every mist tile then, so that's 14 points as well. And then you can also then obviously take your meeple off there if I had laid one down there when I was originally putting it down, because that's the other place that you can lay meeples down for scoring, obviously, if you're going to score it. So that's the basic gist and premise of it as a whole. The different levels in 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are going to adjust the point win conditions. They're going to adjust how many ghosts are in your reserve. They're also going to adjust the stacks of tiles you can draw from. So for levels 1 and 2, for example, you just have this huge stack of tiles that you can just take from, right? But in levels 3 through 6, you're going to start to divide this into 3 equal stacks that are going to have to be gone through sequentially. And by the time you get to the bottom of one stack, you're going to have a certain number of points. Another stack, another certain number of points. Another stack, a certain number of points. And that's, again, where another added element of difficulty arises.